All right, let's switch gears now. I want to talk about the situation at the Verdun Beach. The mayor of Verdun calling for increased safety protocols after their popular beach, after an 18-year-old drowned on Friday. It is the fourth death at the beach in just over a year. According to the borough mayor, the infrastructure currently in place isn't keeping up with the popularity of the beach, even though the shoreline is less than 100 meters wide. Let's go now to Raynald Hawkins, Executive Director of the Lifesaving Society. Raynald, welcome back to the show.
It's a very pleasure to be here.
Raynald, listen, what goes through my mind when I hear one beach, 4 deaths in just about a year, in my mind, I say, well, the beach can't be safe. It's not safe. What goes through your mind? You know this business much better than I do. What goes through your mind?
Listen, when we establish a swimming area with lifeguard on duty, we have to follow the safety codes from la Régie du bâtiment du Québec. So that's why you have swim lanes established 1.6 meter deep, and you have one chair of lifeguard. Usually, when we open the supervision, the lifeguard is on the chair or tower, and you have also, that's what we call kids patrols. So lifeguard walk near the water and express to the parents they have a responsibility to supervise their kids. But when you took the decision as a patrons or bathers or swimmers to go outside of this area, you increase also the probability to have weakness situations or to cross the current. And that's why we had those drowning since 1 year, because all the patrons, they were outside of the swimming area, where it's more safer to do your bathing or swimming activities, because we put some rocks just before the beach to control the currents of the St. Lawrence River.
So, having said that, right, so these drowning deaths occurred outside of the area where swimming was supposed to occur. But if it happens so often, is the area just too enticing? Do further measures need to be put in place to make sure swimmers don't get outside of the area that's supposed to be used for swimming?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Can we have more beaches around Montreal Island? Can we increase the size of these beaches? The answer is maybe we need to address that. But based on the coroner investigations report, they say, can you increase all the advice to the populations or to the patrons to say, listen, you need to do your bathing or swimming activities between the lines, not necessarily outside. And that's why the Verdun, they launch a pre-campaign. They add some signs on the beaches where is more appropriate to do your bathing activities. They also have a social media campaign. And also, if the weather is there, we're going to be there Friday to promote those advice. We ask to everyone to say, listen, it's much better to do your bathing activities inside the swimming area versus to go outside, because we need to teach to everyone. Sometimes St. Lawrence River, particularly on this place, you look the surface and you think it's very safe, okay?
Yeah.
But, okay, when you are outside the swimming area, you have those strong currents. You have those vortex currents, and that's why we add victims last year and last weekend.
How discouraging is it, Raynald? You know, there was a launch, right, of this awareness campaign for this season and a death right at the start. How discouraging is that?
But listen, do we need to put a fence around this river? The answer is no. So that's why the approach with the public awareness campaign is one of the approach and expressed to everyone, particularly with the new Canadian. Maybe they don't understand our safety rules. So that's why it's very important to ask everyone to follow our safety tips. Because if they follow our safety tips, they're going to have a very good story to tell their relative. And my first thought when we have victims is I'm very sure the family, they didn't expect this kind of reality. And that's why we need to repeat our water safety messages to them.
Just quickly to wrap up, you know, the beach gets, you know, on the busy days, 3,500 people. It's designed to accommodate like 500 people a day. Should there be caps put in? Should they, should they do something to reduce the number of people that go on this beach over the summer?
But that's another possibility for the Verdun municipality to say, do you want to control this accessibility, or can we use other places where we can ask the population to go on the other beaches? Yeah. And I know the Parc Jean-Drapeau beaches was closed last weekend. Okay, because with the Formula One reality, they need to redesign the facility over there. But I think because population, they want access to the water, I think the municipality council, they have to consider where we can establish new beaches around the island of Montreal.
Raynald, we have to leave it there. Thanks so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
Raynald Hawkins, Executive Director of the Lifesaving Society.
Canadian women are looking for more out of themselves, their businesses, their elected leaders, and the world around them.
And that's why we're thrilled to introduce the Honest Talk podcast.
I'm Jennifer Stewart.
And I'm Catherine Clark. And in this podcast, we interview Canada's most inspiring women.
Entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, politicians, and newsmakers, all at different stages of their journey.
So if you're looking to connect, then we hope you'll join us.
Listen to the Honest Talk podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your podcasts.